Our programs offer many languages. Please visit suprememastertv.com/schedule.
Nos programmes offrent plusieurs langues. Veuillez visiter suprememastertv.com/schedule.
Nuestros programas ofrecen varios idiomas. Visiten suprememastertv.com/schedule.
మా కార్యక్రమాలు అందజేస్తున్నాయి అనేక భాషలలో. దయచేసి చూడండి suprememastertv.com/schedule.
NASA and the European Space Agency have released satellite photos showing just how widespread forest fires are right now. Fire zones are indicated in red, as well as near-record flames in California. This image shows heavy wildfires in South America and Africa, and it's a warning from space. The planet is burning faster than many others realize.
Climate change and the increasing frequency of worldwide disasters, Part 3 of 3. Continue watching to find out more. The noble people of the Republic of Abkhazia wish that all beings will realize the issues our planet is facing and will soon adopt the vegan diet to stop the climate crisis. Welcome to the concluding episode of Climate Change and the Increasing Frequency of Worldwide Disasters. With the average global temperature now standing at 1.1 degrees Celsius above pre-industrial levels, many devastating weather-related events have been taking place around the globe, including floods, landslides, heat waves, and droughts. In the blazing heat, many forests have also become tinder dry, and forest fires have become more frequent, larger, and more destructive. Today's program, we'll examine some of the major fires around the world that have occurred during the summer of 2021. state of emergency was declared in Yakutia in northern Russia over the fires that covered an estimated 1.5 million hectares for over a month. Thick, acrid smog hung over hundreds of kilometers of land in the region, frequently blocking out the sun.
What can be one of the coldest places on Earth is on fire. Gigantic infernos burning across Siberia on an unprecedented scale, a climate catastrophe. The wildfires burning in Russia now are bigger than all the fires raging across the globe combined, bigger than those in the US, Canada, Turkey and Greece put together. The record drought fueling the fires has been linked by scientists to climate change.
Western Canada, California, and Oregon have also been ravaged by massive fires. By mid-August 2021, the Dixie Fire became the largest single wildfire in California history, having incinerated more than 200,000 hectares or 500,000 acres and destroying numerous structures. The blaze, fueled by historic drought conditions and strong winds, forced the evacuation of more than 30,000 residents and completely destroyed the town of Greenville.
Overnight, the town of Greenville, California, ravaged by the Dixie Fire.
We lost Greenville tonight, and there's just not words for how us and government haven't been able to get the job done.
Flames eviscerating buildings, turning the town into a terrifying hellscape. Firefighters battling the blaze, forced to retreat.
A couple minutes later, we would have died here. Everything was on fire.
In Oregon, the Bootleg Fire destroyed almost 162,000 hectares or 400,000 acres of forest before eventually being contained. Almost 1,900 firefighters, aided by a dozen water-dropping helicopters, worked 24 hours a day for more than a month to contain the blaze. Smoke from fires in the western USA traveled all the way to New York City, almost 5,000 kilometers or 3,000 miles away. Authorities in many U.S. states advised people to remain indoors as smoke and air pollution grew almost intolerable. Meanwhile, across the Atlantic, fires were burning throughout many countries in southern Europe. In Turkey, fires brought damage to tens of thousands of hectares of forest in the country's Mediterranean and Aegean provinces, killing 8 people and forcing thousands of people to flee. Many tourists had to be rescued from seaside resorts by boat. In Greece, hundreds of wildfires have erupted across the country. Firefighters, along with planes, helicopters, and vehicles, have arrived from 24 European and Middle Eastern countries to assist. The largest fire broke out on the island of Evia, destroying more than 50,000 hectares of pristine pine forest. In southern Italy, fires ravaged thousands of hectares of trees while residents watched in helpless horror. Across the Strait of Messina in Sicily, as temperatures soared to 48.8 degrees Celsius or 120 degrees Fahrenheit, the highest ever recorded in Europe, fires burned mercilessly across the island. In northern Algeria, wildfires tore through forested areas, killing at least 65 people, including 28 soldiers who were helping to rescue residents and fight the flames. The blazes are some of the most destructive in the nation's history. Fires were also extensive in South America, Northern Europe, and Asia. When viewing the fires from space, the situation on Earth looks like an apocalypse.
NASA and the European Space Agency have released satellite photos showing just how widespread forest fires are right now. Fire zones are indicated in red, as well as near-record flames in California. This image shows heavy wildfires in South America and Africa. You can just make it out there that also ablaze parts of the Middle East and even northern Europe and Asia, right up to the Arctic Circle. So satellites have also picked up details like smoke trails from the fires in Turkey spreading across the Mediterranean. It's a warning from space. The planet is burning faster than many of us realize.
The forest fires are also creating a dangerous feedback loop for climate change. Formerly carbon sinks, or areas that absorb CO2 from the atmosphere, the burning forests are now emitting megatons of CO2, methane, nitrous oxide, and soot into the atmosphere, contributing to even more global warming. During the summer of 2021, much of the northern hemisphere was engulfed in heat, drought, or fires, and humans were not the only ones affected. In Kazakhstan, the high temperatures and severe drought caused grasslands to dry up and water sources to disappear. On the Kazakh steppe, many animals were left without food or water, and in Mangostal province, more than 1,000 horses, cattle, and sheep perished. In Turkey, a major heat wave and drought caused the tragic death of thousands of baby flamingos. Lake Tuzin in central Turkey is home to a flamingo colony where up to 10,000 flaminglets are born each year. However, this year, with its intense heat, only 5,000 eggs hatched, and most of the chicks perished from lack of water on the almost dry lake bed. In Greece, wildfires have killed hundreds of migrating storks. Each year, flocks of storks cross the Attica region around Athens on their long journey to winter homes in Africa. However, this year's massive fires and billowing clouds of smoke disoriented the birds, and large numbers died after crashing into power lines and electricity pylons. Maria Ganotti, president of the Hellenic Wildlife Care Association, or ANIMA, in Athens, says, "It is the first time we have had so many dead storks in Athens. People in Athens are picking up dead storks from their lawns. Countless other birds, land animals, and even butterflies were affected by the fires." With forest fires, droughts, floods, landslides, heat waves, death and destruction occurring all around the globe, people are calling on governments to take immediate action to stop climate change. But what should governments do? What is the fastest way to halt global warming? For decades, governments and scientists have focused their attention on reducing CO2 emissions. However, in the recent UN Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change, or IPCC report, scientists recommended a different approach. The IPCC report concludes that the fastest way to save the planet from runaway global warming is to reduce methane gas emissions. The report states that not only is methane many times hotter than CO2 in its warming potential, but cutting methane emissions gives much quicker results, because methane disappears from the atmosphere in only 20 years, compared to hundreds of years for CO2. Thus, the IPCC report recommends strong, rapid, and sustained reductions in methane gas emissions. IPCC report reviewer Durwood Salka, president of the Institute for Governance and Sustainable Development in Washington, D.C., says the report puts a lot of pressure on the world to step up its game on methane. He adds, cutting methane is the single biggest and fastest strategy for slowing down warming. Methane levels in the atmosphere are currently higher than at any point in the past 800,000 years. One of the primary sources of methane gas is the raising of livestock. Our most beloved Supreme Master Ching Hai similarly recommends that reducing methane gas emissions is the fastest way to halt global warming. Based on scientific evidence and spiritual wisdom, she reminds us that a vegan lifestyle is the only solution to climate change. And time is short. We must act quickly.
We don't have time now. We don't have other choices now. Please be vegan. Please be vegan. Make peace. May God bless our world. The vegan diet will change the climate for the better. The vegan diet will stop global warming. The vegan diet will cut the methane gas. And methane gas is a driving force behind our climate acceleration. But methane will dissipate quickly from the atmosphere. Thus, the planet will cool quickly instead of focusing on CO2, because CO2 will stay for long, hundreds of years in the atmosphere. So cut the methane by implementing the vegan diet. Then our planet will cool quickly. Also, scientifically speaking, please be vegan. Please be vegan. Please be vegan. And make peace.
Our deepest gratitude goes to Supreme Master Ching Hai for this urgent reminder. We pray that all people on earth hear your dire warning and earnest plea and immediately adopt the vegan lifestyle.